Hey guys, uh, as you can see here, we got the wired 2024 with the dual batteries, all that good stuff. But one of my big problems, this thing does, I don't care what they tell you on any of the videos on here, but this thing has bad handlebar shape, tank slap, whatever you want to call it. I just got this a couple days ago, and basically, of course, it's cold, and go figure, I buy this thing. There'll be two things when I buy something like this. I will either buy it, and they come out with a new model a week later for the same price. That's what I did on this camera. Go figure that. Uh, and of course, I buy it when it's cold. But it's just how it worked out. It got real cold, and your top speed on this really don't do no good when it's 40 degrees or colder outside, because you freeze your butt off. Anyway, basically what I'm going to do is I've got this guy here. This is a Hellbender. Hellbender Visco 70. I got this from Wired. I told them that I asked them if they addressed the wheel wobble, and of course their idea of addressing it is the Hellbender. I'm sure you've seen, I think, what's it called, Citizen's Bike or whatever it is. They did a swap on this thing, but of course he has all the fancy tools, has all the, he's a bike shop, of course he's got them. I don't have all that. I am not spending all that. But like I said, I asked Wired if they did the Hellbender, and they said, oh, if a customer wants it, it's free. Well, I didn't realize when they said that they just throw it in the box. They don't put it on for you. This guy's got the factory stem, and now I gotta detach all this mess. Don't laugh at my my little straps here, because I'm trying to get it held up. I don't have the fancy bike racks and the bike stands and all that crazy stuff. So basically what it boils down to is I've got to do this myself. So what we have here, where I need to be, I need to disconnect cables from the fork right here. This little guy right here. I've got to take the brake calipers or whatever off of here, so I can detach the fork and stuff at some point. But basically the order is, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take these two screws out here, detach the brakes from the forks. That way when I have to remove the fork off of it. So basically I need to detach all that, take the tire off. Then, man, look at all that gadgets I already got on here. But anyway, I got to take off this guy. Got to take off these guys. Got to take this handlebar system off. I've got some Velcro over here. I had Velcro. I used it over here. But I've got a ratchet strap or a piece of rope. I'm going to take the handlebars off and try to mount them down here to keep the wiring from getting all kinked up. And then once we get down inside the tube, I've got to get the fork out. I've got to get something to come in from the inside bottom and take this upper part right here. I tried to work on lighting. Like I said, it's cold, rainy outside, nasty, so I figured this would be a good day to do it, being inside. But basically I got to drive this out from the bottom side. I've got to get all this out. Once I install the Hellbender, that's going to change up some stuff here, and I'm going to have to do some respacing here. And of course I got fancy blue ones to go with the blue bike. But anyway, I'm going to replace the spacers up in here. We've got two 10 millimeters right now. From what I saw online, they're using a 10 and a 5, so you drop down half a size on one of your spacers. Wow, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, basically that's the process I gotta do. I've gotta knock all this down and get it done. And I'm gonna try to do this as a poor man that I am, of course. But I'm gonna get you up on a stand here next and then start removing some of this mess. And then we will see how this goes. Everything else on the bike is good. This thing is heavy. It is tall. It is big. Maybe we'll go do a ride or something after I get all this done and stops raining, of course, hopefully at some point this weekend or whatever. But like I said, we'll do another video on it after I get everything done and test this wobble. I wish I would have took the camera out yesterday. I went and did 15 miles yesterday, and you know, you keep both hands on there, that's great. Everybody says, oh, just keep your hands on there, but sometimes you can't. I wasn't riding handle, you know, no hands. I would take my left hand off, and if I'm getting up there 20, 30 miles an hour, this thing, you can feel it. It's wobbling. It's very bad. But according to other folk and according to Wired, this thing will fix it. I don't understand the concept of selling a bike when you know there's an issue. I'm not dogging Wired. If I did, I wouldn't have one sitting here. Their seats were not the greatest. I put the Cloud 9. I took this guy off. You can see the difference. Let's get in the light here. You can see the difference in the thickness. I mean, this wasn't bad. It was okay. This guy here, much better. Much better. But anyway, I'm going to get you on the stand here. I'm going to start ripping this thing apart. We'll see you in a sec. Alright, guys. I'm going to try this without doing my... I've got one of those, the microphone things. I'm going to try to do it without that because I don't want to have to mess with it, to be honest with you. But basically, I'm going to start taking this thing apart. I'm going to take this front tire off and stuff. Like I said, I've got a process I got to run through, so we'll give it a try here and start working on her. Golly. Alright, that one. Stick this back in here for now. As you can see, we have the Kenda tires that comes with it. I figured I haven't even done my all flat or whatever that stuff is you stuck in here. I hadn't done none of that yet. But basically, I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna put the all flat in it, and then I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna use these for a while, but I do plan on getting the all skate tires. You can just look at them and tell they're a little better tire. But I'm gonna set this over out of the way. Then and by the way, the tools that they send this, where is it at? This thing here. As you can, well, I don't know if you can see on this, but basically there's a couple of them that when I was installing or putting this thing together, which I did want to do a video of it, but I didn't do it. I was just trying to get it together because it was actually decent weather when I got it in. But basically some of these Allen wrenches, they're already stripped. They're not very, this ain't your high class snap-on tools. It is definitely China. But anyway, I've got another set here that I'm using that's a little bit more, they're a little more reliable, and they don't strip out. I do have some Allen wrench stuff to go on my impact, and I don't have this small, but basically all this is just a cable strap for your brake cable. But when you take off the fork, all this stuff is attached, and it's not very easy to mess with. So we're going to go ahead and take all this mess off. That way it's a little easier. And doing this by yourself, as you can see, with all of this cable there, all my ratchet straps and stuff trying to hold this thing up, I don't have the fancy racks like the old bike shops do. I'm making do with what I got. I'm gonna make me an area over here. Keep my parts. I need to take that. Now, take this brake system off here real quick. So it's a 5 millimeter on the brake caliper mount. Yeah. Just 2 bolts. And these have Loctite on them. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Supposedly today, I've got a few more things coming. For one is my big one. I went ahead and ordered the whatever that brand is, DNT or whatever it is, for that rear shock. I went ahead and ordered their shock pump from Wired. I went ahead and ordered it from them because I figured, well, when I'm getting the bike, I'll go ahead and get everything. Well, the bike was delivered in 3 days, and I'm still waiting on the pump. They sent it separate. Could have put it in a box with it. I don't understand that one, but hey, not my company. Definitely not my company. But there's a few things that don't make sense, but hey, it is what it is. Got to cut that little wire tie off. I got some more. So basically, we're going to get this out of the way. So this guy is ready. Going to unplug the light here. Going to unplug this light. Like I said, we're going to drop this tube. We're going to drop this fork out of here when I get everything undone. So now we've got to that. I'll do some editing. Y'all ain't got to sit here and watch me be a goofball. I'll edit some of this out, of course, but let's see this. I may get my bigger sockets out. Let me get this. Come on, baby. Oop. The top piece got a little plastic filler like that to cover the bolt. Got it. Yeah, and thank God they send you, well, at least the blue, they send you a little, I think I've got it here in the box. Yeah, they send you this little bottle of touch-up, and of course there was a few little minor scratches on it, and I'll put a couple on there too. Maybe I'll get around to doing that. I'm not real crazy or whatever on that. It's gonna get scratches because I do plan on using it, that's for sure. Get this thing. It's just kind of awkward because you got all this mess in your way up here. Wow. Get my sockets out here. Where did they go? Over here, I think. Yep. What is that? It's a 4. Nope. Oh. Here's the 4. Take this guy. Oh, come on. I thought it was a 4. It's not. What did I do? Do that. Basically, that's what you're looking at. I got this stupid. There's an Action Cam 4 I'm using. A Osmo, whatever it's called, whatever. But the screens go blank on me. Now I gotta get to the bigger. I do believe. 6. There's that. Grab my ratchet. Whoop. What did I do? What did I take that? Let me think here. Yeah. Yeah, I should have. I probably should ratchet strap this. This is gonna fall out. And I'll hold everything. Take these handlebars off. Trying to work without seeing. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna keep that from falling. Let's go. I hope this is long enough. Ratchet strap. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep this fork from just falling out. Oh, come on. Put me a rag in here so it doesn't scratch the frame with this. Okay. Of course, that strap is what I'm going to use to hold up the steering. But trying to think what else I can do here. Yeah, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it when we get there. Okay. That one. So, I'm going to do this without kinking any cables. And kink some of these lines here. Yeah, I guess that's good. Another scuff. I'll be doing some touch-ups. Okay. So we got two 10mm spacers. We got two 10mm spacers, like so. Make sure the camera. Okay. Gotta take this guy off here. Two spacers, and this guy comes over with a rubber seal on the top. But I'm going to try to replace those spacers with with those blue ones. Maybe I thought maybe it'd look kind of cool. A little different. I don't know. Needed to buy them. I needed the 5 instead of the 10. So either way, got to use the blue one. So to get this, there's a little shim in here that we don't reuse. One of my tip tools here. There we go. I'm going to pull this ring up. There's that. Basically, that goes down over it. Oop. That goes down over it just like that. That was on, then this goes in. We're not using any of this again, though. Now, I do believe all I gotta do is take this off. What are we hitting here? That's the strap. Okay. So we're going to take this off. We're going to lower this out of here. And leave that lower bearing on there. And there you go. See, it's still got the lower bearing here. We're going to leave that guy there. Put this over here out of the way. Okay. Putting that back together is going to be fun. That's for sure. So I've got to get something up here to get this top out. I'm going to grab you real quick. This right here we need to get out. This little whatever. What the heck is that in there? But basically we got to get this out. Then the Hellbender is pressed in back down there. That's our next feat. Is trying to get that back. But we got to get it out first. Basically what I was going to try to do is bring something in from the bottom up, and just start tapping around the edge of this and get it up out of there. at Harbor Freight. They are wonderful. They're good, cheap tools. But man, everything they sell is cheap. Cheap, cheap. They're little socket things. These little socket things. What a bunch of junk. They go up in here so tight. And if you see, well, in my other extension I was going to use, this thing just snaps off inside and I got to drill it out. Imagine it. Okay. Let's see if we can get this thing. We'll get in the way. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up in here and get on the side of this, give it a tap. Come out. Yeah, it's not coming out. We'll get it. We got no choice now. And here she comes. Alright, that's what come out of there. And basically that's getting replaced. That's going to get replaced with the Hellbender. So that's out. Towel. Clean this out. And like I said, of course, get you around there. Let me make sure this stupid screen keeps going to sleep on me. So, yeah, basically these fancy bike shops, they got all these fancy tools, which modern guy don't have. Basically, that's going to replace the whole guts that we just took out of that. Try. This was my son's idea. Told me to use a rubber mallet. She's going down in there. Hard to believe. Okay, basically what I'm just doing is I'm going to make sure this thing is seated. Man, that looks good. That was a lot easier. That was a lot easier than what I thought. A lot easier. You just don't want to get a hammer and beat on that internals. Let's see here. Let's change this light up here. My fancy schmancy light. Okay, that's in. That is in. It's becoming a lot easier job than I thought it was going to be. So this, I do believe, has to go like that, if I remember correctly. That's the light hookup. Brakes. Okay. So we need a fork back. Now this is going to be fun. I need to strap this back up there. And I don't have nobody to help hold this, so we'll see how it goes. We shall see, said the blind man. I don't know. I don't remember if that was around that or behind it. I can't remember. There we go. This is the fun part. We'll get it. One way or the other. We're going to get it. What a pain. Alright, got that started. Biggest thing is, just want to make sure that bottom bearing gets seated back up in there. Oh, yeah. There, guys. Unfortunately, I'm not an octopus. You could use a couple set of hands here. Alright, that's seated up. Boy, scratching up again. Just gonna make sure none of these wires are caught in there. And once again, I'm gonna make sure that bearing on the bottom, that's up. Okay. Alright, there's that. So, we'll do this guy. Like so. These out. And the new blue shims for 10. I mean, these kits come with, this kit comes with 4 tins. That can't be right. What did it say? 2, 3, 5, and a 10. You gotta find a 10 and a 5. There's a 3, 2, 1. Where's the 5s? So, let's go here. Let's go here. That's, I don't know if that looks like half. I guess it is. A 10 and a 5, and then we'll see how these bars fit. What are you doing, idiot? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna drop this in. Basically, I've got these cables in this strap, but I'm gonna drop this back in to where it'll hold it in place. And I'm gonna take that strap off and try to make sure that I'm good and seated in. Okay. That will still spin. Should be able to take that off now. Hopefully. If it falls apart, I'm wrong. Here we go. All these lights. Okay, I think we're good there. Yeah, you can tell that's a lot stiffer. That is a lot stiffer. It's not as free floating, so hopefully that will remedy. Hopefully that will remedy the. I do believe that's what the purpose of it is, but yeah, that's stiffer. That'll take that wobble out of there, hopefully. Oh, come on. Craftsman ratchet, and it's already acting up. Okay, there's all this mess. Plug the light back in. Got the light plugged back in. Haven't even tried to use that yet. And this guy bounce back down here, like so. Oop. There we go. It's gonna go back onto there. Why? Man, I hope that's right. I guess it is. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna route this way. I do believe that strap's there, and then that bolts back on, like so. Yep. So, we've got the two long bolts. Let's put this little rubber thing back on here on the bolt. That's back in. And these guys, what did I use for these? There we go. Okay. Ah. Basically, We're just reattaching. What's going on here? I don't remember how this went on. It's gotta go. And I hope that's right. I guess it is. Guess we'll find out. Okay. Still need the zip strip. Oh no. Oh, there we go. This is gonna go here. Need that little bitty. Little bit of the Allen wrench. I'm sure there's going to be someone on YouTube or something. They're going to be making comments because I put that in with the rubber mallet. Didn't have the whatever. I don't spend money on something that I'm going to use once or twice in my lifetime, and that's probably what it would be. And this is my first e-bike I ever had. So, and I've never done this on a regular bike. Alright, what's going on with the screw here? Look at that. Of course, I haven't straightened this. This is still, I need to do that, but this is turning good. I'm going to center this. I need to redo this. I need to slide this over just a touch. But I think we're good on that. Wire's not binding up anywhere. It's right there. Okay, I think I can go back with the tire. I still need a zip tie here. Just gonna make sure all my clearances are good on the. Okay, zip tie. see. Alright, there's a zip tie. Everything back together. Good and tight up here on the bearing. Yeah, you can definitely feel the difference in that. It's not as freewheeling as it was. Like I said, I still need to adjust this. And I'm going to do that once I get it on the ground and get an idea. But that's it though. I just got to get all this contraption down off this milk crate. It's pretty good though. If it just wasn't raining. Yeah, I've got a put the Cloud 9. I'm gonna get y'all off of this thing here. Sorry, I'm reminding you. But basically, green locked. Green locked. I don't know why. Basically, I got the Cloud 9. Of course, everything up here is pretty much stock. Let me jump under here. This is a Lamicon or something like that. I don't know if you can read that. Hold on just a second. Where did my light go? Come on, light. Where'd you go? And I'm getting old too. I forget stuff. Oh, there it is. No wonder. Oh, sorry. But basically, we got the Cloud 9. Cloud 9 seat, which that is very nice. Looks like Lamicol or something like that. But it's cool though. You can see. That's a cool deal. And I got my I say GoPro, but it's for this DJI Action 4 or whatever it is, Osmo Action 4. Anyway, that goes up there, and like I said, we'll do some rides. Of course, the screen. But I will tell you this bike, of course, it's got the big battery down here, big battery there. It's got the rack battery, here. I charged these up 100%, took off yesterday, went 14 miles, I guess. 14 miles, and I had 86% left. You can see my travel. I'm way down here, and I need it way up here, but I'm waiting on that pump. It's supposedly here today, but I don't know. It's our wonderful postal service is bringing that for some reason. They could have put it in the box with this, but who knows? It's not my company. But this right here, look at that awesome horn. That is the wimpiest bell. And you've got a bike here that'll go 40 plus miles an hour. I've got it 41. But you're coming down the road and somebody walks out in front of you. You want to ring this? Really? That's for tricycles and big wheels. This would be an embarrassment for me to put that on this bike if it were my company. Embarrassing. Not very good. But, like I said, I've got a new bag. I got a new bag coming. Maybe I'll do quick video after I get that. That's supposed to be here today. What else is that? A bag. Trying to remember. We got something else. A bag and something. I had to look at my phone. But I think the bag will make it look better. Let me look and see what else. Like I said, it's coming in today. Whatever it is. It's sad when you're spending money and you can't remember. Oh, I gotta order me a set of mirrors for here. which I got to figure that out. I don't know how that works, but I've never done that either. But basically, it's the little round lights. And I went in and got the pair, but I'm probably just going to do the left-hand side for now and then see if... Boy, I tell you what, the only problem with these things, man, is, adding all these gadgets, man, you run out of room fast. You really do. But, like I said, I've only ridden it twice. I've been working, and then it started raining yesterday, and I actually got out and did that 14-mile ride yesterday. And it hardly ever used any batteries. It's pretty cool. But I'm going to get, hopefully after, this weekend's supposed to be rain, but hopefully I'm going to get it out. But I want to test this wobble thing, because I will tell you this. It ain't mild, it ain't, and I'm not bashing this bike, or I wouldn't have it sitting in my garage. But I'm just saying that is not good, the way that wobble on that steering is. And I can't imagine it being too safe. But as you see, as we just did, it's not that big a deal to swap it out. I say that to the company as well. It's not that big a deal. Why wouldn't you just get rid of that system? And basically, I don't know if anybody's watched, but basically it has something to do with the weight distribution on this. And, I haven't tried, but I may drop the back battery and just try it with the front. Well, it's too late now because I already swapped it. But supposedly adding that rear battery on the back is what threw the weight distribution off and caused a lot of this front wobble, the front end wobble. That, I wish they would, all these stickers you can't take off. I mean, I'm not trying to be illegal or nothing, but I don't like people knowing what this is. I mean, if a cop watches YouTube, he knows this thing is fast enough to go well beyond 20 miles an hour. But I'd love to strip it down. I don't have to have 14 million wired labels stuck on there. But anyway, like I said, there are a few pros and cons. For some reason, I swore I seen in one of the videos that they had a USB-C connection that was literally on this controller. I'm not seeing it. I've looked everywhere. Now it is down here. This is what this cord is. But it's not USB-C. It's regular USB. You got to leave this open, the charging port and the USB port. But basically this comes up and goes into my phone. This is a little 12-inch coiled deal. But I really don't like having to use this adapter, and I didn't want to have to buy another one. But I swore somebody on one of their videos, I don't know if it was that guy out of California, the hippie guy that does all those, I forget what his name is. I call hippie, you see I'm old school. But anyway, I swore they said there was a USB-C connection on this controller where you could just jump off of here and go straight to your phone, but I ain't seeing it. Not unless they got some kind of magical deal. But anyway, that'll be it for now. Like I said, I don't know, maybe if it stops. It's been pissing rain all day. So, maybe I can get it out and see if it's going to do. But I figured while it's raining, I'd go ahead and swap it out. I was going to blow it off until it got nasty. And imagine that, 2 days later, 3 days later after I get it, it's nasty. So I went ahead and did that. But I will, we'll get back on here and do a ride on this thing. Now, I am in Texas. You don't see a lot of these videos coming out of Texas, but I am Texas, just north of Austin. And I'm unfortunately, you're not going to have California beaches and all that mess, but I do have a lot of stuff I can do rides on this with. We got a few lakes here with some bike. There's actually one lake over in Georgetown, which if you look back on my channel, I did a few videos of drone flying and stuff around Lake Georgetown. But supposedly, I haven't been on this, but supposedly this thing, the Lake Georgetown has a bike trail that goes completely around the lake from one end to the other. I'm not sure. I haven't figured up how many miles it is or whatnot, but we'll give that That'd be a pretty cool deal. Plus, I can take my drones with me. Like I said, I'm gonna have that bag on. I'm waiting it to come in today, and then maybe we can throw a couple of drones on this guy, and we can get some video up in rivers and different places and stuff, and be kind of cool. But anyway, I'll let you go, and that'll be it for now. I appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, please subscribe, like, all that good mess. You know, it is free to subscribe. I've had 800 people watch one of my videos, and not one of them subscribed. I don't get it. They watched all the way through it, but I'm not going to lie to you. It's not that I'm just trying to get subscribed. I want to get up into the 1,000, the 1,000 subscriber stuff. And I subscribe. I've got a list long as my leg of subscriptions that I subscribe to a lot of you guys' stuff. And hey, man, I'm just trying to build a site here, and I'm gonna have some e-bike stuff. I'm actually dipping into the some of the side gig stuff. I'm actually started. I paid for this bike with DoorDash, because I own a company too on the side, but it's my slow time of the summer, and told myself I'm going to try some of that gig work, and DoorDash paid for this. I mean, I worked it, but it's not like that's hard work or nothing. But anyway, like I said, DoorDash paid for this, and during the winter time I can do a little, some Uber stuff or whatever. I've got a couple of them I'm accepted to, but I don't like to just blow money on stuff. I like to make some extra money and pay for it. And DoorDash paid for this. So anyway, we'll talk to y'all guys later, and I appreciate you watching. See ya.